tape. So a couple days went by. We have had some cloudy couple of days, but the solar generator has been hanging in there. As y'all can see, about to get ready to go make a water run. But y'all missed quite a bit, and that's apologies. The memory cards were full, waiting for stuff to get edited. So, and then I wanted to keep going. So our current project that we have been working on has been this little fence here. That's what I've been working on today, last couple of days. Last couple of days have been nice because it's been cloudy, so it's been really cool. So the caveat was not a lot of power, which is fine. We spent most time outside, but it's been nice and pretty cool. Now we're starting to get some sun. The sun's starting to come out, and of course, it's getting warm again, which is fine because I got to burn the fat. But since then, we've been getting some rain, and it has just been getting beautifully green out here. I mean, y'all, green. That's what's been happening the last couple of days. Update with the truck is I've been calling around, and I think I found a place that I'm going to take it to go ahead and get the oxygen sensor, the O2 sensors changed. It's still been driving pretty rough, and it has gotten a little worse as far as the idling and the driving pretty rough goes. Before I can get it up to maybe 75, and that's when it wants to idle really hard, check engine light come on, and act like it wants to quit. But now it's worse, right? I've been fiddling, struggling to get O2 sensors off, that's along the upstream. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and take it somewhere, get it all changed, and just get it done. Running out of time and don't want to wait for things to get worse than what it is. Now, of course, some people are saying, it could be your ECM. And that's the thing. It could be a lot of stuff. But now it's to the point where you just got to start fixing things. We did the spark plugs. We did the fuel pump, coil packs, all of that good stuff, right? But based on the codes I'm getting, which is, of course, still misfire 6 and misfire 8, we're also getting that same code regarding, it's like 219B, regarding the fuel airflow imbalance type deal. And when I looked it up and Chat GPT'd it, everybody keeps saying going straight to the O2 sensor. So we'll see. Of course, I got mechanics on TikTok saying otherwise. So I got to start somewhere. So that's where I'm going to start. So important thing is we're making progress. And shout out to the Homestead Angels. Because truth be told, there's some progresses we couldn't make without them. I'm going to be honest, at least at the pace that we're going. And, it's been a rough couple of days, but the motivation we get from not just the Homestead Angels, but the encouragement of the Homestead homies, and just all you all in the comments that's always, making sure we stay positive and pumped up and everything else like that. That's what keep it going. But this is a good thing, right? I wanted to try to record some of those rough moments because y'all need to know. Y'all need to know what comes up so you can get ready and prepared. But also we wanted to do more projects with some pallets to show you some free fencing that you can make. I won't say it's 100% free, but a Homestead homie was nice enough, a Homestead Angel was nice enough to get us this wire meshing that you see at the bottom of the fence that eventually we are going to also put at the top of the fence once I go ahead and, get the bar going across there. And once we get this thing fully wire meshed up, what's nice is it was able to deal with some wind. Because again, we had rain and wind, and it was steady like it wasn't nothing. Fantastic. So it's and it makes it easier to do projects and things when you start to kind of, I don't know if I want to use the word containerize. Y'all know what I'm saying? We like section things off, and then it helps when you can visually see it sectioned off. Now, some of you might be asking, why not go around the whole entire RV? Well, reason being is once we get this little fence thing done, which is a containment area for us and for my children to play, because that's the really important thing. We're gonna skirt the RV. That's coming up very, very soon. Don't worry, we had this cleaned up, but I made a mess again. It's my fault. Yell at me. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get ready to get the insulation boards is what we're gonna use, and we're gonna go ahead and skirt this joint in. But let's get some work done though. I want to go ahead and get the top parts, top beams or whatever you want to call them of the fence. I want to get it done. All right, so I'm gonna start knocking some of these nails out of this wood and seeing if I can get a decent amount to go ahead and get that top part knocked out. So I need me a workstation. So for now, y'all, we working out here. Boom, gone. You know what I realized I didn't do? So I realized I didn't put the cross brace on these. But I got so many left over. I think I'm gonna cross brace the top. Nah, I'm good. We're good. Cleaned off. So hit most of them. So we're looking good, looking smooth. Let's go get the water. Hey guys, so just went and picked up the water. I know it's pretty dark out here, but going in. Oh, I had to get a new pump. That first pump I bought from Amazon only worked one time. So I went ahead and spent quite a bit of money at Home Depot and got a new transfer pump. Let me show you. Alright, so I ended up getting a new transfer pump because the other one broke. Home Depot. And I got it running right now off of my Dree-Cell. So the deal is, this transfer pump has a regular plug, unlike my other pump, which was a 12 volt, which I used with that dope Dodo battery. So this one just plugs right into there. And as you can see, it's pulling 178 watts. The Dree-Cell is doing the trick for now, but I got a feeling it ain't gonna last too much longer. At 181 watts, this is a 300 watt hour. It ain't gonna last that long. You know, I already plugged it up at like 50% due to the fact that it's been cloudy these last couple of days. So my solar hasn't been getting up to 100%. I have been running a generator though. I'm running a generator to repower up the solar thing. So my Pecron, and it's helping. So, sheesh, I'm sorry. But continuing on. So our Starlink is finally back up. Earlier it went down. I don't know if y'all know about that global outage that just happened. It just went out. So I'm gonna pump the water in. While I'm pumping the water in, y'all, I may have to get up in here and get some more work done. Yes, it's messy. I know, y'all. I know it's messy. I'm gonna have to clean it up. I'm working on it. But yeah, I have to get in here and get a little bit of work done while the water is pumping. I checked on it. It's only 1/3 of the way, so it's got a little bit to go. So that gives me time to start up my computer and knock some things out. But I want to update you before we end this night on the wall. On the wall or the fence. So I know it's messy right here, but I got this here because we're gonna try to do the top part of the fence. But so far, I don't know how well you can see it, but we are going all the way around, right? And when we get over here by the RV, we're gonna use the black doggy gate because I need to be able to move it off the RV when I need to have to move the RV for maintenance or any other reason, you know, when I have to move the RV. So that's what we're looking like right now. That's what we're looking like. Look at this. Look, they was making bricks earlier. I don't know if y'all know on my TikTok, but you'll see what the kids was doing. They was having fun getting in the mud. I love it. I love it. This is the water. Look at this. I've collected that, and I wish it was a door right here, but I got to go all the way around. And on the other side is another blue barrel from the other gutter of the RV, and that's full of water, which is what we want to use for the plants. So right now, y'all see I got a couple pineapples. These are some wildflower seeds I planted, and it's got some stuff coming up, as you can see. This is a raspberry that don't seem like it's coming back, so I'm gonna just put something else in there. And these are the other wildflowers that I need to transplant into something bigger. But yeah. Hey there, YouTube. So, using the phone, we lost a good camera. Don't know where it's at. Been looking for it for the past couple of days. My DJI Osmos 4, but lost it. So it's a lot of in-between stuff that you all probably missed. For example, a fence we're working on that's going to be around the RV, or at least you know, the front leads around the door. We're going to be skirting in the RV. Still working with the truck. Just came back from AutoZone and got some fuel injectors. So hands on this side. See, I'm not used to holding this thing because I put my hand on the other side and it's covering up the camera. Back at the property. I actually got to make another run in a little bit, but I think what I'm gonna need to do is let this engine cool down. Once the engine cooled down later on, and I'm gonna wait for the sun, because right now the sun is, as y'all can see, it's right there right now, still from the east pointing west because it's still morning. But I think I'm gonna wait for it to go down, so then that way it's on the back side of the truck. Get the truck time to cool down, and I ain't got the sun lighting me up while I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So that's the plan. But before we get started on anything, we got to go make a run. Oh, let me show y'all. Fence. This is what we're working on. We use a stapler to put this netting up, but the staple gun sucks. So I think I'm gonna try to get those U-nails, or those like staple type nails. Maybe that'll help us get it up there. But we're creating just a little border boundary. And as you can see where the black fence is, that's where it's gonna grow toward the RV. That's where I want it to go. And then of course, y'all, we're gonna skirt everything in, clean up, skirt the RV in like it should be. And you know, just creating a perimeter really helps with when you're designing and planning. When you start to see boundaries and things, it kind of definitely helps make a huge difference. Hey there, YouTube. So my afternoon stuff I was doing is done. So now I am at the Home Depot. I already went in, went and picked up a grapefruit tree, and I had grabbed some staples and nails so we can try to finish the fence and get that screen on. Now I'm gonna head to Leatherman 47's place and help grab some stuff, and then we're gonna go ahead and head back to the property. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I miss my other camera. I don't like using this wobbly, shaky phone. As you can see, the HDR is not great, but it'll work. It'll work. I just want to make sure I get y'all some content. All right, to the good camera. So, battery low, so I got to get the battery. But so I bought these staples, y'all, assuming that they would work with my brad nailer, and then I thought it'd work with the bigger nail gun that my Homestead Angels blessed me with, and no, it doesn't. So then what I did, don't laugh. So I start busting them apart, and I start hammering them joints in, and it's working a lot better than that nail gun. So, okay, so just so y'all don't, so this is just a little bit of overhang. Of course, you can cut this with scissors, and the same way with, you know, the rest of this up top. But I think I'm gonna fold it over, you know, and hammer in or staple in other, because here, that's a staple, went in really good with a hammer. But first I'm gonna take this, y'all see down there, there's the roll. I don't think we got enough, but I'm gonna try to run this all the way down and all the way over to complete it and just get that part done, because I'm ready to be finished. So now I want to get windy, right? You see, I found my camera, found my mic. It wasn't windy for the past 2 days. Pull the camera out, finna get ready to do some projects, and what do? But I'm not complaining, because it's hot and this wind feels good, to be quite honest. But yeah, so we in the middle of, I know I'm always cleaning stuff up, y'all. I'm in the middle of cleaning stuff up, but this is, y'all see what we doing. And it's gonna go over just enough to where the black gate can be next to the RV, and that reason so that I can move the black gates out the way if I ever had to take the RV for maintenance or do anything. And then I went to Home Depot to price out how much insulation we're gonna need to skirt the RV. So that kind of stuff is coming up next. Oh, and then I bought a tree. And I went to the section that says local, meaning it'll grow well in the local area. Because the closest town to me is only 20 minutes. So I'm assuming that local refers to here too. But then I'm learning that New Mexico, you can drive 20 minutes away and it's a whole different shebang. But that's a grapefruit tree. We're gonna see how it do. First tree I purchased, we're gonna see. Keep me in your prayers, y'all. Never grew trees, but that's my shot. And then, as y'all already know, that is a raspberry that don't seem like it's coming back at all. These is wildflowers, whenever they decide to do that. Pineapple, sunflower, pineapple, more New Mexican wildflowers. We already got the real grow bed that we built. We just ain't put nothing in it. Believe it or not, we got soil. Look, we got soil. So it's just a matter of putting these together, figuring out where we want it to go, and then beginning to grow stuff. And then also, I'm waiting for Leatherman 47. So I told y'all I had stopped by his place, and I didn't record it. I'm sorry. I gotta get back into the swing of things, y'all. I'm missing stuff. And I already have an ICB tote, right? And this guy here is full of water. I can't even move it. And just so you all know, I had to get a new pump. And this pump works like a charm, whereas that 12-volt one broke after one use. So, but as y'all can see, I had to get an IBC tote, his, from his other property. So I'm waiting for him to get back, and then we're gonna figure out where we're gonna set it at over there on his side. And then of course, I need to go get more gas for my generators. But right now they all full and they're all doing fine. So things are getting simpler little by little, which is fantastic. And so I have this other pump that once I get an IBC tote, because I have an IBC tote cover, that's the good pump. once I get the other IBC tote, when I find a food grade one, you know, get it cleaned out, that one is going to be the one that's going, you know, I'm going to be filling up and leaving on the other side of the RV so that it can feed into the city line. And that pump is an on-demand pump. So once I cut the faucets on, it's going to automatically cut that pump on and start sending the water inside. And that's the plan with that. And that I'm also going to test with one of my batteries, with the battery. I'm going to say the battery because that's the only one I got right now. And then, yeah, so we're slowly doing things, slowly making progress. I know we seem all over the place, but depending on what happens, sometimes the priorities end up being all over the place. But this has been pretty good for the kids. Even this much having a boundary has been excellent for the kids. Keeping them in a space where not only we can keep an eye on them, but they're kind of limited roaming, and things that roam up on them is limited. It's the reason why we went about it this way. What else? My battery at 5%. I gotta change this battery. Okay guys, battery changed. So it's windy out. Hope you can hear me pretty good. Last I checked, the mic was great. Figured out how to put it on stereo, so I ain't got to do that in post. So we're gonna keep going, hammering this in and getting this fence, plastic up on the fence. Leatherman 47, pulling up. Lord, I don't know where I put the hammer. There it goes. There's the hammer, guys. So I kind of use this to kind of make it break first. To get them to break apart for me, which it ain't doing right now. This way. So we got it down there. Let's just get another one up here. Boom, it broke. All right, so we ran out of mesh, y'all. Mesh. Sound like I said mesh. So it's as far as it got. So on the way over into there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this nice chunk off of this end to complete the top. And then I'm gonna go around. Since I got it up, now I'm gonna just go around and tighten it up basically. That's the plan. Y'all see I had to start using nails. Nails and bent over because some of this wood is really hard and these staples ain't doing it. But our makeshift is working. All right, YouTube. So this is how far I got. Going all the way across. And I got it all the way to here. And I need to do that piece. So I may cut that chunk off the end and it should fit there. And then what I did was I zip tied it here to there and there, and I wish I had another piece so I can at least zip tie the bottom, so then that way she don't have to worry about snakes. I got it pressed to the ground pretty good, but I think this one, because it's kind of raised up, I may be able to zip tie it at the bottom. And I think I'm gonna kind of do the same with that one. So hopefully that works. We'll see, but I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna have dinner. And that's what we're doing today with this video, and that's it. I'm gonna clean up the yard now, get some boxes and things that I need to burn. And tonight, I think we're gonna chill out and sit around the fire, take a break. And tomorrow, because I gave the truck plenty of time to cool off, that's when we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go after trying to figure out those fuel injectors. So wish me luck. I think we can do it, y'all. I think we can do it. We done got this far with this truck. Fuel pumps and all that good stuff. We can do it. And look at that sunset. Look at that sunset. So hey, with that, I'm out of here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also, check out our Homestead Homies list. It is growing. We get more and more being added to the Homestead Homies. The family is getting bigger. Don't forget to go check them out. Shout out to 7 Sigma Offgrid. Watch their latest video and definitely gave me food for thought concerning the greenhouse. Cliff has some knowledge in that video. And then also, time to tiny in that e-bike. I want one. It'll definitely come in handy when you got one vehicle. I mean, and that thing can go up to 60 something miles. I mean, that's plenty to any gas station, grocery store, or anything like that, which is pretty dope off of one charge. I think that'll really come in handy when needing to get resources in a vehicle go down. And shout out to Rashad, Offgrid with Rashad. I don't know if y'all seen his garden it's just his specifically because he in our same kind of desert climate and he got quite a garden going. I think that is pretty dope. But with that, I'm gonna go eat. I haven't really ate nothing the whole day. I've been moving, so I'm definitely gonna be in a calorie deficit, and I'm gonna make sure I get in here and don't overdo it, right? So I'm gonna drink me a ton of my little water here before I go and start to eat, and that's it. But hey, stay tuned for next video. We're gonna try to pump up the volume, making sure we get more content coming. All right. Sorry it's been a while. Sorry it's been a wait. Hey, shout out to the Homestead Angels. Always, always, always have y'all in the prayers. Thank you. All right. Hey, to next video. Got these dog treats. I'm gonna go mess with the puppies too. All right. Till next time.